What if I told you that right now you are already attracting everything you experience, whether you're aware of it or not? If you've ever felt stuck, watching others achieve goals while your dreams seem to drift further away, this is the one message you cannot afford to ignore. Because when you understand and apply the law of attraction consciously, you gain the power to transform your reality from the inside out. Stay with me until the end of this talk, because today you'll discover not only why this law is working in your life, but how to align with it deliberately so that your most important desires can finally become real. Your mind is a powerful magnet, generating an invisible force that draws experiences, circumstances, and people into your life. Every thought you think is like a signal sent out into the atmosphere, carrying a specific frequency that is matched by corresponding outcomes. This is not simply an abstract or mystical idea. It is an observable pattern that plays out in daily life. You pause for a moment and look back over the times you were consumed by fear, resentment, or doubt. You may notice that during those seasons, you often encountered more problems, setbacks, and reasons to feel exactly the way you were already feeling. Likewise, when you have been in a state of optimism and gratitude, things somehow seem to line up more easily. Opportunities improved, relationships improved, and challenges felt more manageable. This is because your dominant thoughts don't just remain inside your mind, they project outward and shape the way you interpret and engage with everything around you. Many people do not realize that the mind's magnetic power operates continuously, whether you pay attention to it or not. It doesn't take a break when you are tired, discouraged, or unaware. It is always at work, responding faithfully to the mental signals you broadcast. Every day, you are either attracting more of what you want or more of what you don't want, depending on where you place your attention. For example, if you constantly dwell on scarcity, believing there is never enough, worrying about losing what you have, criticizing others for their success, you draw more scarcity to yourself. Even if you say out loud that you desire prosperity, the underlying thought pattern of lack keeps you stuck. The mind as a magnet does not respond to words alone. It responds to the emotional charge and conviction behind your thoughts. This is why awareness is the first step to transformation. When you become conscious of your internal dialogue, you can begin to interrupt the repetitive thoughts that sabotage your progress. You can ask yourself, what am I magnetizing with this thought? Is this belief moving me closer to my dream or pulling me further away? This practice of self-inquiry is how you reclaim your creative power. Your mind, left on autopilot, will usually revert to familiar patterns. Patterns shaped by childhood experiences, societal conditioning, and past disappointments. But you have the capacity to reprogram those patterns by choosing new thoughts with intention and consistency. When you deliberately focus your mind on what you desire, you activate a new magnetic field around you. You start to notice possibilities that were invisible before simply because your awareness has shifted. You begin to feel different, to carry yourself with a sense of purpose and confidence, and because the mind and emotions are linked, this change in perception affects your energy and presence, which in turn influences how others respond to you. The mind as a magnet is not a philosophy to merely understand. It is a truth to apply every single day. When you learn to think consciously, you unlock the ability to attract a life that reflects your highest hopes rather than your deepest fears. Clarity is the starting point of all creation. Before anything meaningful can manifest in your life, you must first decide without confusion or hesitation exactly what you want. Many people spend years wishing for a better life without ever defining what better actually means to them. They say they want success, but they haven't described what success looks like. They say they want love, but they haven't become clear about the qualities of the relationship they desire. This lack of precision keeps their minds scattered and their energy diluted. When you are vague, you send out mixed signals, and the law of attraction has no clear instruction to respond to. Your thoughts must become like a focused beam of light, directed, consistent, and vivid, so that the magnetic power of your mind has something definite to work with. Clarity is not something that happens by accident. It is a deliberate process of sitting down with yourself and asking the hard questions. What do I truly value? What kind of life do I want to wake up to each day? What kind of people do I want to surround myself with? What contribution do I want to make? Until you answer these questions honestly, your vision will remain blurry and your results will be inconsistent. The clearer you are, the more confident you feel, because clarity dissolves doubt. Doubt is what scatters your energy and interrupts the flow of attraction. When you are unsure, you will find yourself hesitating, second-guessing your choices, and sending contradictory intentions out into the world. But when you decide with conviction, you set a powerful cause in motion. Think about planting a seed in a garden. You do not plant random seeds in random places and hope for a perfect harvest. You first choose the exact seed you want to grow. You prepare the soil, you water it, you protect it, and you expect it to sprout. Manifestation works in exactly the same way. A clear desire is the seed. Focused thought and emotion are the nourishment. Consistent belief is the protection from the weeds of doubt and fear. Most people fail to manifest what they want because they never take the time to identify the seed. They rely on vague wishes and passing daydreams, never committing to one specific outcome. Clarity also activates your subconscious mind to begin working on your behalf. Once you decide what you want in detail, your subconscious begins filtering information in your environment to support that desire. You start noticing opportunities, resources, and connections that were always there, but hidden from your awareness. This is not coincidence. It is the direct result of a clear intention. You become like a magnet that naturally draws matching circumstances to you. The moment you truly know what you want, you give life to your vision, and that vision begins to pull you forward. This is why clarity is not optional. It is the foundation of all manifestation and the bridge between wishing and receiving. Belief is the force that gives life to your vision. You can have clear goals, detailed plans, and powerful intentions, but if you secretly doubt that you deserve what you desire or that it's even possible for you, you will block the flow of manifestation. The law of attraction responds not to the words you say, but to the convictions you hold beneath the surface. If your mind is filled with limiting beliefs, ideas like, I'm not good enough, nothing ever works out for me, or I'll never have what I want, you will unknowingly attract experiences that confirm those beliefs. This is why so many people feel stuck in repetitive cycles. They change their actions, but never address the deep-rooted narratives playing like background music in their consciousness. Your belief system functions as the blueprint for your reality. It sets the boundaries of what you think is possible and determines how much abundance, love, health, and success you will allow yourself to receive. Think of it like the thermostat in your home. No matter how much warm or cool air is available outside, the thermostat regulates the environment to match the setting you have programmed. So, in the setting you have programmed, likewise, your beliefs set the internal temperature of your life experience. Even if something good begins to happen, if it exceeds the limits of what you believe you deserve, you will find a way, often unconsciously, to sabotage it or push it away. This is why it is essential to examine your beliefs with honesty and courage. Ask yourself where they came from. Were you taught to expect struggle because your family struggled? Did you internalize criticism or rejection from your past and decide you were unworthy? When you shine a light on these old patterns, you begin to loosen their hold. You can challenge them and choose new beliefs that support your vision instead of undermining it. This is not a process that happens overnight, but it is one of the most liberating journeys you will ever take. Once you start replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones, you create a new foundation that supports your desires. Beliefs like I am worthy of good things, I am capable of achieving my dreams, and life is conspiring in my favor send a completely different signal to the universe. They create a magnetic field that draws resources, allies, and solutions into your path. Your actions, mood, and expectations change because you no longer see your goals as distant fantasies. You begin to feel that what you want is not only possible, it is inevitable. When your belief matches your desire, you unlock the true power of the law of attraction. This alignment makes you receptive to ideas and inspiration that you might have dismissed before. It gives you the confidence to act boldly, to persevere when obstacles appear, and to trust that unseen forces are working behind the scenes to support you. Belief transforms your mindset from scarcity to abundance, from fear to faith, and from limitation to possibility. When you cultivate a belief system that honors your potential, you step into a life that reflects your highest hopes. Visualization is the practice of creating vivid mental pictures of the life you want to experience. It is far more than idle daydreaming. It is a deliberate act of impressing your desires onto your subconscious mind. When you visualize clearly and consistently, you are rehearsing success in advance, preparing your mind and emotions to recognize and receive what you've imagined. This process activates the same neural pathways that are engaged when you actually perform the action in real life. In other words, your brain doesn't fully distinguish between a vividly imagined event and a real one. This is why visualization is such a powerful tool in the process of manifestation. When you close your eyes and see yourself living your dream, whether it's achieving a goal, enjoying a healthy relationship, or thriving in a state of abundance, you begin to align your feelings and beliefs with that vision. You start to feel what it would be like to have it right now. This emotional alignment is crucial because feelings are the fuel that energize your mental images. If you merely think about your desire without any feeling, it remains flat and lifeless. But when you charge your thoughts with emotion, excitement, gratitude, relief, you send out a powerful signal that draws corresponding experiences into your life. Visualization also conditions your mind to expect success rather than failure. Many people spend their mental energy worrying about what could go wrong or replaying painful memories from the past. This negative visualization, though unintentional, is still a form of rehearsal, and it attracts more of what you fear. By choosing instead to consistently picture positive outcomes, you retrain your mind to look for evidence that supports your goals. You become more receptive to opportunities because you have prepared yourself internally to recognize them. The process of visualization is most effective when it is detailed and repeated regularly. Vague or sporadic images don't create the same impact. The more specific you are, the sights, sounds, smells, feelings, the more real your vision becomes to your subconscious. Over time, your mind begins to accept it as your new reality. This acceptance changes how you behave, how you speak, and how you respond to challenges. You carry yourself differently because your identity has expanded to include the vision you've been nurturing. You can enhance your visualization practice by combining it with affirmations, meditation, or even vision boards. These tools help reinforce the images and keep your desires fresh in your mind. But the most important element is consistency. A few minutes each day spent vividly imagining your desired outcome can have a profound cumulative effect. It shifts your mental and emotional state, which ultimately shifts your external reality. Visualization is not magic. It is a discipline. It requires you to take ownership of your imagination and to direct it purposefully. When you do, you begin to experience how your inner world shapes your outer world. You stop feeling like a passive observer of life and become an active creator. Through visualization, you claim the power to design the life you truly want to live. Emotion is the energy that fuels your thoughts and intentions. While clarity and visualization set the direction, and belief provides the foundation, it is the emotional charge behind your desires that determines how powerfully you attract what you want. Many people underestimate the role of emotion, assuming that simply thinking positively or repeating affirmations is enough to create change. But without genuine feeling, your thoughts remain like unlit candles, full of potential, but lacking the fire to bring your vision to life. Every emotion you experience carries a frequency. Feelings such as joy, gratitude, love, and excitement generate high vibrations that align with abundance and possibility. In contrast, emotions like fear, doubt, resentment, and worry create low vibrations that attract struggle and limitation. This is why you can sometimes notice a gap between what you say you want and what you actually experience. If you are constantly wishing for success while feeling anxious and unworthy, your dominant emotional vibration is what the law of attraction will respond to. Your feelings are the true broadcast signal you are sending out into the world. When you learn to cultivate positive emotions deliberately, you elevate your entire state of being. You begin to align yourself with the experiences you want rather than the ones you fear. This alignment doesn't just make you feel better, it changes the way you perceive life. You start noticing solutions instead of problems, opportunities instead of obstacles. Your interactions with others improve because you radiate confidence and optimism. People are drawn to your energy, and circumstances begin to reflect the positivity you embody. To harness the power of emotion, you must first become aware of what you are feeling on a regular basis. Many people are so used to living in a state of low-grade anxiety, frustration, or discouragement that they don't even realize it has become their emotional default. By pausing throughout the day to check in with yourself, asking, "How am I feeling right now?" you can begin to interrupt negative patterns and consciously shift your state. Even small adjustments, like focusing on something you appreciate or recalling a moment of triumph, can raise your vibration immediately. One of the most effective ways to charge your desires with emotion is to practice gratitude in advance. Rather than waiting until your dreams have manifested to feel thankful, you generate the feeling of gratitude as if it has already happened. This sends a powerful signal that you trust the process and are ready to receive. Similarly, you can rehearse feelings of excitement, relief, and joy in your visualization practice, allowing those emotions to saturate your mind and body. Motion also gives you the resilience to keep going when you encounter setbacks. When your vision is infused with a strong emotional purpose, challenges don't derail you. Instead, you see them as part of the journey and maintain your faith in the outcome. Your emotional commitment becomes a stabilizing force that keeps you aligned, no matter what appears in the short term. By learning to consciously generate and sustain high-frequency emotions, you unlock a deeper dimension of the law of attraction. You discover that feeling is not just a byproduct of success. It is the key that opens the door to everything you desire. Action is the bridge between your internal vision and your external reality. While thought, belief, visualization, and emotion are essential for aligning yourself with what you want, nothing happens without movement. Action demonstrates your faith in your desires and signals to the universe that you are ready to receive. It transforms your dreams from abstract concepts into tangible experiences. Yet many people make the mistake of waiting passively, hoping that circumstances will magically shift without any effort on their part. They affirm, they visualize, they feel inspired, but they never take the steps that bring their vision closer. The law of attraction does not mean sitting idly by while life unfolds around you. It means participating fully, guided by the clarity of your intention. Inspired action is not about frantic busyness or forcing results. It is about taking steps that feel aligned with your purpose and resonate with your inner guidance. When you combine clear intention with decisive action, you create momentum that draws resources, people, and opportunities into your path. Every action you take, no matter how small, reinforces your commitment to your goals. Often, the first step is the most difficult because it requires you to move beyond your comfort zone. You might feel uncertainty or fear because you can't see the entire path ahead, but the truth is you don't need to have every detail figured out to begin. Action itself generates clarity. When you start moving in the direction of your dreams, the next steps reveal themselves along the way. You discover insights and solutions that could never have emerged while you were standing still. It is also important to recognize that action is not always dramatic. Sometimes it looks like a simple phone call, an email, learning a new skill, or making time each day to work consistently toward your vision. Small, consistent actions compound over time, creating powerful results. The key is to remain engaged with your intention, refusing to let fear or procrastination slow your progress. Taking action also strengthens your belief. Every time you follow through, you prove to yourself that you are serious about your goals. You build self-trust, which increases your confidence and magnetism. You stop feeling like a spectator in your life and begin to embody the role of a creator. This sense of ownership is essential because it reinforces the mindset that you are not at the mercy of circumstances. You are influencing them with your decisions. When you act, you also demonstrate gratitude in advance. You show that you expect your efforts to be rewarded, that you believe your vision is worthy of your energy. This creates a powerful cycle. Your actions generate results. Those results strengthen your belief, and that belief fuels further action. Over time, this momentum becomes unstoppable. Remember, the law of attraction responds to movement. When you combine your inner alignment with purposeful action, you activate forces that multiply your efforts. You attract coincidences, connections, and breakthroughs that would have been impossible without stepping forward. Action transforms desire into reality, proving that faith without works remains incomplete. By taking inspired action, you make space for your dreams to manifest fully. Patience and trust are the quiet forces that sustain your vision while you wait for your desires to manifest. It is often said that anything truly worthwhile takes time, and this principle applies to the process of creation as much as any other area of life. When you plant a seed in fertile soil, you do not expect it to sprout overnight. You water it, nurture it, and trust that the unseen processes beneath the surface are working. Even when you cannot yet see the results, this same mindset is essential when using the law of attraction to manifest your dreams. One of the most common mistakes people make is becoming impatient or discouraged when results don't appear immediately. They begin to question their vision or doubt whether they are worthy of receiving what they desire. This doubt creates resistance, a kind of energetic friction that interferes with the unfolding of your goals. It's like digging up the seed every few days to see if it's growing, disturbing the very process you're trying to nurture. Patience means having the maturity to hold your vision steadily, regardless of how long it takes to see it materialize. Trust goes hand in hand with patience. It is the deep conviction that the universe is responding to your thoughts, emotions, and actions in ways you may not yet comprehend. Trust means believing that everything is working together for your good, even when the circumstances around you seem contradictory. Sometimes, delays are not denials, but simply preparation. You may need time to develop the skills, character, or understanding required to sustain your success once it arrives. Other times, unseen forces are rearranging circumstances, aligning the right people and opportunities that will support your vision. When you practice trust, you release the anxiety and desperation that can sabotage your efforts. You no longer feel the need to constantly check for evidence that your dreams are on the way. Instead, you move through your days with a sense of peace and expectancy, knowing that what you have asked for is already making its way to you. This state of calm confidence keeps your vibration high and ensures you remain receptive to inspired ideas and guidance. Patience and trust also teach you to enjoy the journey rather than obsessing over the destination. Every step, every lesson, and every challenge along the way has value. When you become fully present, you begin to appreciate the process of growth that is happening within you. This attitude of gratitude and acceptance creates an even stronger magnetic field around your desires, drawing them closer with less effort. Remember, impatience is often a sign that you are more focused on lack, on the fact that you don't yet have what you want, than on faith. Trust, on the other hand, affirms abundance. It declares, I know it's coming and I am ready. The more you cultivate patience and trust, the more gracefully and naturally your dreams will unfold. This quiet strength becomes the foundation that supports everything you are creating. Surrounding yourself with the right environment and influences is a crucial yet often overlooked aspect of manifesting your dreams through the law of attraction. The energy you absorb daily profoundly affects your mindset, emotions, and ultimately the frequency you emit into the universe. Just as a plant thrives or withers depending on the soil, sunlight, and water it receives, your ability to manifest is deeply connected to the people, places, and content you engage with regularly. Your environment shapes your beliefs and attitudes in ways you might not consciously realize. If you spend time with negative, doubtful, or toxic individuals who constantly focus on what's wrong or impossible, their mindset can infiltrate yours. This lowers your vibration and creates resistance to your desires. Conversely, being around positive, supportive, and motivated people inspires you to raise your own standards. Their energy acts like a mirror, reflecting possibilities and encouraging growth. You start to adopt empowering beliefs simply by being in their presence and hearing their stories of success and resilience. The physical spaces where you live, work, and relax also play a role in your manifestation process. Cluttered, chaotic, or dark environments can create mental fog and drain your energy. On the other hand, spaces that are clean, organized, and filled with light foster clarity, calm, and creativity. Taking time to create an environment that supports your goals, whether that means a dedicated workspace, calming decor, or simply a place free from distractions, helps you stay focused and inspired. Your environment becomes a reflection of the internal order and alignment you seek. Beyond physical surroundings, the media and information you consume daily influence your thoughts and emotions. Social media, news, books, podcasts, and conversations all have energetic effects. Consistently exposing yourself to uplifting, educational, and motivating content feeds your mind with ideas and emotions that propel you forward. Conversely, indulging in fear-based or negative content can anchor you in doubt and anxiety. Being selective about what you allow into your mental and emotional space is an act of self-care and empowerment. Creating a supportive environment also involves setting healthy boundaries. This means learning to say no to people and situations that drain your energy or distract you from your path. It means protecting your time and focus so that you can dedicate yourself fully to your vision. When you do this, you honor the value of your dreams and the energy required to bring them into existence. Finally, cultivating an environment of gratitude and positivity around you reinforces your manifestation efforts. This might include surrounding yourself with reminders of your goals, a vision board, meaningful quotes, or symbols of your aspirations. These visual cues keep your intentions at the forefront of your mind and help maintain the emotional charge behind your desires. In essence, your environment acts as an energetic amplifier. When it supports your growth, it magnifies your vibration and makes it easier to attract what you want. By consciously choosing your influences and shaping your surroundings to align with your dreams, you create fertile ground for manifestation. This external alignment complements your internal work, creating a powerful synergy that accelerates your journey toward the life you envision.